Hello everyone, good morning. Hello everyone, good morning. Here in Miran High School, location 615 East Amber, San Antonio, Texas 78221. I do not own rights to the music you're listening in the background. We're listening to the radio station, so you'll hear different songs come up. I did stop streaming videos. I think it was after day 4 of Corona. Reason being, they were going to be pretty much the same. No content of the video was going to be changed to anything. So I made a decision to just stop making videos, and then once things did change, or update on how we're holding on as COVID-19 is on restriction still. The diner here at the restaurant is closed. So the topic of today would be how to finance the business. President Donald Trump has issued a lot of funding, a lot of federal funding for local banks and nonprofit organizations to assist with the applications to fund, finding funds to businesses like myself. Unfortunately, I went online, I went to the funds, and they say that they currently have no money or grants available, no loans available. And that is the situation. I called a few other numbers. I logged onto the website, and on some of these websites, they're asking for a whole lot of information that would probably have a CPA analyze it and submit the application if you have a CPA. But me being, a very low income establishment, I don't have access to that kind of guidance, or in other words, I don't have any information on what prices for a local CPA as assistance. But yet, I have had great news from locals who come into the restaurant still. They come in order to go, and I've asked them. Some of them are bank lenders from local small banks here in San Antonio, and he has said he has applied for a few. He hasn't had any responses yet. It's been too soon to have any responses. So that's the positive. So, what do we do when here at Milan High School? There is so much homework. I don't know if you guys recall the time I told you guys that I am a Texas A&M student, undergraduate student. So there's so much homework going on right now online. As far as children, my children, they come with me to work every day, and so they too have homework to do online. Okay, so with that being said about the funding and everything else, um, I don't want to go outside, not because I don't feel safe, but as you all have, I've mentioned this in the videos before, my allergies, I don't know if you can zoom in, my eyes are like killing me right now. So allergies are full blast, and where I work at, there's like 20 oak trees around me, and those are killing me. It's like, oh, allergies are really, really harmful to my health. So once again, I do not own rights to the music. Um, so we'll see what happens with the. I still haven't heard anything. Unlike the other millions of American citizens who are waiting for their tax refund to come in, the situation that everybody's going to be assisted with some. I think it's a $1,200, and then from to help each individual. I haven't had any funding um, come into my bank yet. I've been checking and haven't had any yet. So they should be coming in the next few days for me, for everybody else. Hopefully that does help. And what I mean hopefully is because my business is not doing well, even for this COVID stuff started happening. Um, What I mean by well is there's not enough sales to stay in business. I've talked to you guys about everything that I've been successful with, but it takes a whole lot of more money than just to stay in business. It takes a whole lot of more money, and I do make money enough to maybe go by a few days. And with other strategies, are not all the marketing strategies I've shared here are not useless. They do work. Does have stayed in business this long because most places would have been closed by now. So that's what makes my YouTube videos different is that mine are not just things, ideas. They're actually things I've used for my own business. And so that is the one of the things I've done. But because we're I have my chin above water before the COVID-19 situation pandemic happened was so I was hoping in the hopes that after everybody started getting their income tax return funding that they would be able to spend some money, dining out and carry out or whatnot. But because of this situation, it's like anybody who did get their refund, they did not use it for any local businesses. I have been seeing a lot of things. For example, well-known, chicken place, sandwich, chicken sandwich place. They have like 6 or 7 employees outside, and they have like 50 cars in line. Those are the people that are benefiting from COVID-19. As far as local small businesses, we're not. We're not. We're um, I'm gonna continue to post so you guys can stay informed and updated. There's a lot of more regulations after they close the diner on Monday. They no longer let people into the restaurant, maybe one or two at the most. But because I do want to take extra precautions for the safety of my customers, I do ask that people call in their orders. They use their curbside assistance or drive-through, and that way we limit the contact. And so that helps me and the customers a whole lot more. And in the area where I live in San Antonio, there is high numbers of contamination. There is a lot of people that have been contaminated based on community interaction, meaning that because they are not limiting themselves to isolation and they're not quarantining themselves, they are contaminating other people here in the neighborhood, which is very, very scary to know. Well, because of that reason, I take extra precautions. We only do curbside assistance, and I do take care of people at the door when they're walking. For the walking people, I do take care of the door. They want to burst in here and they want to come into the building, and I say, I'm sorry, we cannot do that. The city is very strict with the regulations, and we have to stay in code because there is citations out there that are even out. One of the citations I heard people give from city code compliance representative is $2,000. $2,000 that my company cannot afford to pay, or I don't think any other person can afford to pay, just for the fact, given the fact that they let people dine in their business. But sometimes people want to sit outside and eat in their car. I really can't. I have no control over that. I tell them that's not okay. That they need to please leave. But what can I say? Well, I'm sorry, my ears are like hurting so bad because of all my allergies. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to Negra Jalisco page. I will keep you guys posted. Nothing has changed. COVID-19 is still in effect, and we're just here taking it a day by day basis. And I know my neighbor from across the street, he's been been closed been closed for quite some time now, and it's very unfortunate that his business has to close. I would like for him to be in business and be out here open because it helps the economy that he stays in business. but yet there's no there's no people out on the street to make a purchase. They're all going to that one place I mentioned earlier, or they're not even, one of the Yellow Arch restaurant is not even that packed. It's mostly this other particular place that we drive by when we get home. Oh, and last but not least, I have not bought any toilet paper. I'm still living on my toilet paper that I've had for a while. We're not big on that. As far as eggs go, since the last time I saw you guys, why back? That's how long it's been since I bought my eggs. A month ago. So with that being said, I've had eggs. I have not had the necessity. Our inventory is very minimal right now for the fact that it's hard to find a place that sells stuff and then affordable. Another thing. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, I do not own rights to this music in the background. It's just a radio. Um, so thank you very much for tuning in. And if you are one of my customers that live by here and everything else, be careful, be safe, be wise, stay home unless coming here to make a purchase or you're going to another local business to make a purchase. That's wonderful. If not, be safe, stay home as much as you can. There's a couple of things you could do at home. One of them, there you can go to there's an app called Libby. It's an app called Libby, and on the app you could download it to your public library and have access to. Everybody has a public library card, so free books, audiobooks, any streamings you want to do there. I do know that Dish Network and a couple of other Spectrum businesses have free channels on there as well. So take a look into that. That would be one of my recommendations. Taking a walk outside, to the front door, to the back door, taking out the trash, cleaning your room. Those are just a few. But thank you very much for tuning in. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. And we'll keep you guys posted and updated to the COVID-19 situation. Business is still closed. It's been closing. It's like it's been closing slowly. Until one day they say we're gonna have to close for the next 3 months. Well, that's pretty much what's gonna happen. Quarantine itself. So thank you very much for tuning in. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.